I'm gonna do some series on video here. I'm gonna try anyway. What I want to first touch on is feminism and why I think I'm not a feminist. The first thing is the definition of feminist as being an equal to the male gender, and I don't feel like that is necessarily true. I don't want to achieve equalness to the male gender or to anybody for that matter. My goal is to achieve higher than. I want to achieve a goal of attaining to be higher than. And that's just being competitive. I'm very competitive. I don't want to go into a workplace or any other avenue and say, oh, gee, I can't wait to be equal to somebody here. That's not how I am. I go in there and I say, okay, who's the best here? I'm about to dominate them. That's just who I am. And I don't care how harsh that sounds, because as a competitor, as somebody who is in sports, that is just how I think. I'm like, who's the best here? I'm about to compete with them. I'm about to overtake them. And it doesn't matter if it's a male, it could be a female. But generally, for me, it was a male because I was in the automotive field. And generally, the only competition I had was in the automotive field. So generally, I only had male counterparts. And yes, I did was paid higher in my field, and I was better in my field than my male counterparts. And to me, saying that there's a wage gap and saying that there's not equal pay is not valid to me, because proof otherwise to me, because I got paid more, and there was a wage gap, but it was opposite for me because I got paid more. So I can't really validate that. I got paid more. Mostly I was a commission-based, I had a commission-based job on top of my pay, and I got paid more. When you work harder in a commission-based job, you get paid more. I got paid more because I worked harder. That was one area. I also got paid more on a salary-based job as well than some of my male counterparts, because I had more experience and I asked for it. I asked for more money because I knew I deserved more money because of the experience I had. Now, there was some jobs that said, oh, I will pay you this money for your job, but I knew better. I knew that, no, I deserve this amount of money because this is the experience I have. And I said, no, thank you. That's easy. No, thank you. Because once you enter into a competition between companies, they will pay you. They will pay you the right amount of money. It's okay to say no thank you to an employer that's offering you less than you're worth. And the first thing you need to understand is that you're worth being paid for. You're worth it. Don't accept the first offer that comes along if you know that the job is worth more than what they're offering you to pay. And that's my advice. If you think that you're worth more, ask for it. Ask for the amount of money that you think you're worth. Now, if it's over the amount of money that the employment is worth, then obviously you're going a little bit too far with that. Also, I think that we need to understand that if we're achieving a higher standard for ourselves and we're constantly trying to go for that goal, and instead of trying to achieve equalness, then we will be better as a whole. And it doesn't matter who you are, as far as white, black, whatever. We're all human, and we need to understand that as well. It doesn't matter. Another human over here is just another human, whether they would be white, black, whatever. They still have the same blood. They still have the same desires, the same feelings, the same whatever. That's how I feel. They still have the same whatever. I'm going to find some commonality in anybody. I don't care who you are. I'm going to find that. And I'm certainly going to find some equilibrium there. But if we all try and achieve if we all are trying to achieve our goal, then we will be better. Not equal, because nobody's exactly equal. I hate that term, like, oh, we're equal. We're going to be equal. We're not all going to be equal. We all have separate gifts. We all have different things that we can do. Men aren't equal to women. I'm sorry, but we're not. We don't have, you can't compare a man and a woman and say we're equal. We all have different gifts, and they might equal out, but they're not equal. And that's okay. That's okay. It's okay that we're not equal. You can certainly excel at one area over a man, like mothering. That's excelling. And a man could excel over a woman. That's shocking. But but we're not exactly equal. But in God's eyes, we have equal value. And that's something that you need to understand as well. We have equal value. But in the worldly sense, nobody's going to be exactly equal. And we shouldn't, okay, let's try and be equal. No, let's try and be better. Let's try and be better. Let's try and achieve more. Instead of trying to make everybody this way. Oh, no, let's try and achieve higher. And that's my take on feminism.